My name is Farah Fancy, and I'm the Executive Director of the group at NCS. And I'm not just going to speak to you about one project that we're working on, I'll speak to you about a couple projects. So what we do is we work for Art for Social Change, to use arts to try and get to know our cultures better, to use art for cultural understanding and for cultural bridging. So kind of like what Anho was saying, to try and figure out where we are and where we're coming from, and to use our own personal heritage to figure out who that is. Now, it's a challenge, so I have a different amount of arts tools at my disposal so that we can mix and match the different kinds of arts depending on who we work with, because we do art to promote social change. We do art for exchanging on different types of culture. We use art to create professional productions, and we do workshops. We have a dance school. We also do it to work with institutions. For example, if they're looking at doing a revamping of their mission and vision, we will come in and use the different art forms that we have to help them with that transition, or to identify what their mission and vision really should be, or what they really want it to be. Or it could be that we are using it to help them mix the cultures together to create a bridge, or it could be that we are helping them just to use the different forms of art so that they can get to know their own personal culture within the institution they work in. Does that make sense so far? Yeah? I know I'm throwing a lot of information at you, but I only have 5 minutes, so I'm trying to talk fast. So how do we do that? We use different modalities. I'm an interdisciplinary artist. So part of what we do is we do research. And another thing that we do is we use different arts modes. One of the arts modes that we use is theater. For example, I'm part of a theater ensemble called Project Rencontre Encounters, which Janet is part of as well. And we use storytelling, verbatim text, as well as we use different performance modalities to explain about how we can break identities, or break assumptions that we make about identities, or break stereotypes that we make about identities. For example, my parents are from Pakistan and I'm a Muslim. So an assumption is that I'm the one who brought the samosas. That assumption is correct, actually. I just bring the samosas. But I actually don't dress like this. This is not me. So I do have a lot of respect for people who dress like this, but I don't. Nor do my parents, my sisters, nor my brother. So these are kind of assumptions that people make. Actually, I don't normally dress how I'm dressed right now either, but dance is another modality that we use. Right now, I'm dressed, partially, as the Orisha Oya. We use dance, and in fact, we use Afro-Cuban dance to help to understand our own characteristics and our attributes that we are all defined by. And the reason why we use Afro-Cuban dance is because I'm not the professional dancer who does it. I work with a dancer, his name is Huyo Hong, who Koshra knows very well. He's a Cuban dancer who's mixed Chinese, Spanish, Haitian, and Cuban Aboriginal descent. So he had a bit of a crisis like you did. Where am I from? He's got blue eyes and he's got different features, and here he is in Cuba, and he went to Russia to dance with the ballet, and he was all confused. So anyway, so we started to use the dance styles that he propagates to teach about our culture and identity. So Oya, for example, is the Orisha of the wind. She can transform and she can move the wind to change the way that we move in our lives, or the way that we're going in our lives, the trajectory that we're going in our lives. She's a strong warrior, like many of us here. Yeah? But obviously I don't dress like this in my daily life either. We just use that as an example. So dance is the second way in which we use the arts. The third way that we use the arts is we also use music. We've got a band that's called Rumba Kwa. It's a mixture of different artists who use the foundations of rumba to mix with people's personal background and heritage, whether it be they come from China, whether it be they come from South Asia, whether it be they come from the Congo or DRC, it doesn't matter. We mix all of that stuff together as a fusion, and we mix that with electro music. And we use that to go around to the schools, we go and use that to perform in different places, we go and use that to connect to different people, as well as people from my background, which is actually from Saskatchewan.